Hi everyone, coming on to do a mixed media stick pin challenge on Crafty Swappers UK. Now I have done a mixed media pin before, and I used a bottle cap, seed beads and alcohol ink. But this time I'm going to go for something a wee bit different. So I've got a selection of huge beads here, and I'm just going to go through it and pick a few. That I can work with. I'll pick these red ones, and I'll put 3 pink ones, and we'll just work with them now and see what we come up with. So I've got a wee drawer thing here that I made. I'll just throw them in that at the moment. My idea just now is modelling paste and then using seed beads to roll it in. That will hopefully give it the texture I'm looking for. Max, see if you don't want to eat a bed, I'm going to do you in. Once again, he's lying right under my feet. Right, so this is my seed bead box, and I've got a selection in there. There is another few in my other tub, but this is the ones I work with the most. Obviously I'm not going to put it on the stick pin because it will just stick to it, obviously, with modelling paste. So I'm just going to use this wire here, and it's not that thick, so I'll just cut through it. Obviously don't use your best scissors, though that'd be a bit silly. Right. That's that open. So what I'm looking for is a scrap bit of paper. Oh, maybe that will do. It's just so the modelling paste doesn't go all over my table. Then I need something else to set it across. I think I'll use that when I'm done. It means I can set them on that to dry. Sounds like a plan. So, put it on there. Then I'm just going to turn it slightly so that when I'm working with it, I've got something to hold on to and it's not going to fall off. Now, but do I put it on my brush or a knife? I think I'll put it on my brush, see how we go. It's a bit longer brush. I'll try it with this and see how we go. And I'm obviously not being too particular, it's just kind of getting stippled on, because it doesn't need to be fully covered, because there's going to be seed beads on it and then alcohol ink to colour it. sorry, my way up here with this. Tilt your cover so you can see what I'm doing. Oops. And I'm just stippling it on quite roughly. And what I'm going to do is, if you notice round the top there, kind of lock the bead. So what I'm going to do is just use my X-Acto knife just to try and clear around the bead area. Not that it'll be too thick anyway, but it just saves any complications. There we go, you'll see it's a bit better there now. So what I'm then going to do is and I'll tilt it down. I've got some clear ones in here that are quite petite. So what I'm going to do is just over the top, turn it over the side, turn it to the other side. Save that seal there. So now that there's a fair bit of it covered, I'm just going to dip it in to see if I can pick up any more. And just dab in. There's a wee bit there that's a bit loose, so I'm just going in. You'll see it there, it's a bit bald. So I'm just going to dab in a wee bit of modelling paste. There's still quite a wee bit on there that's full. My fingers are too chubby, so I'll go back to my brush and just add a wee bit with the brush. Let me just dip that in there. That's much better. So that's it, fully covered. Sorry. But I think that will turn out quite pretty. And what I'm going to do is just use one of the bits of metal that I cut off. Hook it on there. Whoops. And sit it in to let it dry. Like that. So now we'll do another one. And I think I'll try a different technique this time, maybe. I think I might try glossy accents this time. Around it. Again, just threading it on. If you're using glossy accents on this, you might need to turn it more regularly to make sure it doesn't stick. With the modelling paste, that will just crack it such a fine bit round it. But with the glossy accents, I think it'll be a lot harder. So my advice is just turn it regularly. Or, once you've done it, put it onto a different wire so there isn't any glue underneath it. So, here we go. And as I said, these are just, they're not tried and tested. I'm just winging it. I have to make sticks for Crafty Swappers UK, so I want to see what ones work best. As I said, I have tried the bottle cap one and it did work and it was fine, but having done it before, I wanted to try something else and see if there is anything else that would work as well. Right, so I've got a decent layer all the way around it. Put my lid on it to stop it drying. And then just do what I've done before, which is use my wee bit of paper And you just need to keep moving this because until the glossy accents even starts to slightly set, it'll run. And you might need to dab in a wee bit. So I'm just dipping that in there, and then I'll dab on. And you can add a wee bit more if you need to. It does take a bit of perseverance with these type of things, because it's obviously in a cylinder, it will flip and slide a wee bit, but you just persevere with it and you will get there, and it has got a beautiful effect when it's done. Just any wee spaces you see, just stick a wee bead in and just push them round away from the bead channel up the top. Just make sure that stays clear. And that's us, I think. So what I'm going to do with this is just open it up. Seamless a wee bit there. And this is one of the ones you could add on once it's dry. If there's any wee bits, you can add them in individually. That's not a problem. You'll have time to do that. So if I move this, hopefully it'll move without too much damage. Hopefully. There we go, that's it moving now. Just patting that back in where I shifted things there a minute ago. And I'm just putting it at an angle so it doesn't fall right down and crash off. There we go. So that's it by the sticky part, and what I'm going to do is just leave it on there to dry, so it's sitting just there. So that's two done. Third one, what do I want to do for the third one? I think I might do another bottle cap one actually. See what that comes out like this time. Capuchons. And I've got a couple here that have actually got the pre-made holes through them already. There's two there. No, but I can make more with holes in them if I need to. So what do I want to add? I know what I'll do. Right, so this one I do need to add the stick pin in while I'm working. Otherwise it won't go in, because it goes right through the centre. Like that. So what I'm going to do is add a good amount of more glossy accents to the bottom. You can use hot glue, that's absolutely fine. And I'm going to go for the clear again with this. And I'm just going to set that there, and I'll use other bottle caps to lift the beads. There's a few of these kind of stuck together anyway. And you can use any colour of bead, doesn't matter. The only reason I'm using this is because I'm going to use alcohol ink on it, and it will just give it more colour than if it was coloured beads. So I'm going to give it another wee run over the top, and this one doesn't need to be as perfect because it will just seep in. Just press them into that. And a wee bit of glossy accents. This just helps make sure that there isn't any loose beads. And this is quite dimensional, this one. Glue strand. It's obviously been attached to one of the beads that I've used previously. Right, so that's that part done. I'll close it over just now, and I'll bring this up a bit so you can see it a bit better. I'm going to get my alcohol ink out because I've done that so that doesn't dry up. What colours will I use? Right, a selection of blues and greens here. Right, so I'll start with citrus, and it's just this. Well, on you go, Max. Go get Daddy. There, good boy. We're just putting a couple of wee dabs on. That's stream. No, citrus. Then I'll add stream. Then I've got lettuce. And then we've got sailboat blue. Yeah. And then I'm going to add silver mixtures to the top to make that blend in. And I've got the plastic sweet wrapper here, but I'll just add it to so I can brush it on. That's just 2 or 3 wee dots. And I'm just going to use my paintbrush to add it. So I'm turning it so I can see what I'm doing. So that's that part covered. And then what I'm going to do is just add a tiny wee drop here and there onto the stick pin. Right, you going to bed, baby? Right, so I'll just show you that up a wee bit closer now. Put this really on so you can maybe see it a bit better. It is really shimmery. Says it's not set properly, so when you're turning the pin it's not turning yet. Let's see if I can hold that so it's upside down. That's it better now. And it's really dimensional. And you can see there. Pretty. So you just need to let that dry. And I'll do another one just quickly. And I'm going to do the same colour at the top. So I'll just brush that one quickly first. I think. Where am I? Silver. Silver. I'm just going to pin that up there to dry in a minute. And I'll just start. You got your bird. That's near enough dry. And I'll put wee silver. No. It's that wee card go I have here. I've got wee clear seed beads here as well, but these are round rather than tubes. few mixed up in there I don't want. Right, so back to these ones again. Right, so that's all the seed beads added, and I'm just going to add some glossy accents to fix the loose ones on top, and these will just set them all, maybe, if it would work. Try some warm yellow, watermelon and some sunshine yellow this time. And if I need to, I can add a wee bit of blue to zap it a wee bit. I'm going to add a tiny wee bit of sailboat blue to the middle. Just one drop. There we go. and you'll see that's went purple on the red side and it's went a greeny colour on the yellow. It's just different. And we'll add a wee bit of silver like I done the last time just to highlight some areas. Right, I think that's enough silver on that one. I'll show you up close. So that's a mixed media pin. That's 2 bottle cap ones done, and this one, I don't know if that's dry enough yet. What I'm going to do is just add a wee bit of glossy accents to this, because it's not far off of being ready. I hate when these blooming things jam. It drives me mental. I'm just going to stick that in here, just to see if I can pick up some more loose bits. Right, so I'm just going toilet roll. Add that underneath there. And I'm just going to drip a few bits of alcohol ink over it. No idea what it's going to turn out like, so we'll just need to wait and see. So I'm going in with the watermelon first. A wee bit of the sunshine yellow. A wee bit of stream at this side maybe. I'm just going to lift it up a bit. And then we'll just add some green. That's a bit looking so far. It's a bit funky, but I think it'll be nice when it's dry. So I'm just going to leave that on there overnight to dry properly. Another wee bit of kitchen roll under it just to catch any loose alcohol that falls. And if there's any bits that's too dark for you, just go over it with a wee bit of alcohol. And just drop a bit of alcohol on it and it will basically clear that area. If you just look, I'll show you with the top part, just putting one drop on. It will dissolve it a lot. And make it move about. There you've got it. Your mixed media bead. And this one is nearly dry actually. Take that off now then. So rather than bend that part, I'm just going to snip the top part off and it'll just slip off like that. And there's a wee blue one on there that I'm going to pop off. There we go, that's better. I'm just cracking on me. No, you weren't meant to do that. Thought maybe rolling it there would have been alright, but it's not quite dry enough to do that yet. I'm just pushing down all the pieces again. Anyway, I'll come back on in the morning when they're all dry and show you them then. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care for now. Bye.